What it do, how y'all feeling? Welcome to this Ash Neil's Radio. I am your host, Ash Neil. That is I. So, we talking to y'all. Look at the Dominican Republic of Congo. They ain't having it no more. They said straight up, we taking our country back.
3 U.S. citizens were among 37 defendants sentenced to death by a military court on Friday for their role in a failed coup in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Armed men briefly occupied an office of the presidency on May 19th before their leader, U.S.-based Congolese politician Christian Malanga.
U.S.-based leader Christian something. America
Was killed by security forces. His son Marcel Malanga was among the Americans on trial, along with Marcel's friend Tyler Thompson.
Tyler! What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Why are you out there? It's an American back. And of course, they're going to use your people. That's a black dude. His daddy was injected by the United States to run some type of rebel group to fight against the interests of the Congolese. And got this white boy caught up. And then you see how they did it. They sentenced them to death for treason. They didn't just go out and be barbaric like you like to say. Oh, these people, they're out there killing Americans. No. They're putting these Americans through a legal process of violating their country. They tried to start a coup. This dude, Tyler, and the dude next to him, they tried to start a coup. America, why the fuck are we there?
Who played high school football with him in Utah. Both are in their 20s. The third American, Benjamin Zalman Paloon, was a business associate of Christian Malanga. All three were found guilty of criminal conspiracy, terrorism, and other charges, and sentenced to death in a ruling read on live TV. Malanga had previously told the court that his father had threatened to kill him unless he participated. He also told the court it was his first time visiting Congo at the invitation of his father, whom he had not seen in years.
He said that his daddy said, I'm going to kill you if you don't help me. Bruh. Fuck. Think about that. You, an American citizen, you posted up, going to school, playing football with this white kid, and your daddy say, hey, bro, we got an agenda. And you like, all right, nigga, what we doing? We got to go to Africa. We were paid to go to Africa and run this group, and if you don't come, I'm going to kill you. What? Nick, bro. Or it could have been a lie. Maybe the brother was with it this whole time, and that's his little ploy. No, my daddy trying to do, he was going to kill me if I didn't do it. Nigga. But yes, this is America. This is America. We inject ourselves in other people's business, other countries' issues. And then we try to extract for our benefit minerals, resources, and things alike. And then you have groups of these indigenous people that say, fuck you. That's just what it is. That is what it is. Westerners think that when they go on these conquests, like it's some innocent ass shit. Oh, we just went over there and started talking to the people. We wanted to trade with them and shit. No. These conquests come with atrocities. They go out and they kill innocent people in their own land and offer traders some kind of reward, benefit. Hey, you want to be like us? You got to do this. Next thing you know, these traitors will actually side with the terrorists, the invaders. You have black folks letting these invaders in, giving them money, saying, all right, yes, we know where this leader's hiding at. We know where to find this person, that person. It's just crazy. It happened. This is decolonization. This is what it looks like. This is what decolonization looks like. When Congo could say, oh no, we about to take these Americans out through a legal system, you can't sit there and be like, well, that's not right. They're about to kill some Americans. No. This is called, we're not taking your bullshit no more.
The village of Kachiri is a shadow of what it used to be. 500 families are so tightly packed that each household gets a plot of land 12 meters by 12 meters square. There's barely enough room for their huts, let alone somewhere to grow food, build schools, or bury their dead. It now belongs to a powerful member of a local militia who says he bought it legally and has the title deed to prove it. Villagers gathered to tell us their version. They'd lived on the land for generations, sharing it according to a traditional system, unwritten but well understood. But when rebels and government forces began to fight here, they fled to a camp. After 3 years, they returned to find their land had gone.
Is it right for one person to own 300 or 400 hectares of land while 3,000 people are occupying just 24 hectares? Is that fair, really?
Is it? Is it? You heard them. You got these motherfuckers coming in saying that, oh, they're with a rebel group and we're taking your land. Really? And they got guns. Where y'all get these guns? Somebody's funding them. Kicking them off their own land. I wonder who's doing that.
What's happening here is a massively complex problem with at least 3 layers to it. First, there's a traditional system of land ownership placed under enormous strain by a huge influx of refugees and a population explosion. And on top of that is a corrupted system of government land titles. It's all created enormous conflict right across the region.
Right.
The UN reckons fighting has forced at least 1 million people to abandon their homes. The causes of the bloodshed are complex, but people here say conflict over land lies at its...
The UN forces said that people were forced to leave their homes. You can't just gloss over that. UN forces said people were forced to leave their home due to this conflict. Why is the UN there? Wait a minute. Why it ain't just the gangs and the government? Like, aren't these these are Africans. Why is the UN there? They are in the middle of it. If you don't know, then you're gonna find out.
Its root. Most of the militias were formed to defend each tribe's land. More displacements mean more disputes and yet more fighting. Nelly Lumbulumbu is a lawyer helping settle disputes. She says colonial officers drafted the law governing land in 1959.
Colonial officers drafted the law in 1959. Let her continue.
With no understanding of its consequences.
This law has been the main reason why there's so many disputes, because it doesn't reflect the reality. Once they incorporate these realities, only then can we have peace.
Right.
There is no peace for Nyabanyeri Kasole. She and her husband were caught in an argument with a displaced family over a plot of land they both claimed. It grew so heated that her husband was gunned down. She was shot in her leg and her arm. There is no justice here, she says. My husband is dead and now they have the land. There is nothing I can do.
And that's what we do. America. That's what we do. We inject ourselves in these people's property for our interests. Got to be for American interests. Don't forget that. But we don't give a fuck what happens. We don't give a fuck if they start killing each other over the land. We don't give a shit. Fuck them. That's how we feel. For some reason, we have no humanity. And then when it doesn't go the way y'all plan, you start demonizing them.
Columns of M23's fighters enter the city of Goma hours after the armed group said it had taken control. Some residents watched from a distance or hid. Others cheered. People here have decades of experience of how to survive living under the rule of various armed groups. Some of the fighters carry sophisticated weapons. Democratic Republic of Congo's government says Rwandan soldiers are in the city. Rwanda's support for the armed group's rapid advance has been widely documented. Rwanda previously denied it. Recently, it's blamed Congo's government for escalating the conflict and says it has the right to defend itself. Gun battles continued for hours. This government soldier's worried for his life.
We are government soldiers. We are abandoned. The authorities have left us. We are here in the bush to fight the enemy. But when we arrived in Goma, we were abandoned. We do not know what to do. Do we lay down our arms?
These men say they're government soldiers who were trying to flee by boat from Goma's port across Lake Kivu to the city of Bukavu. They say they've been intercepted by Rwandan Marines who were taking them to surrender to M23.
You about to take these soldiers to Rwandan soldiers so they could turn themselves into M23. Y'all left them motherfuckers hanging. Y'all sent them out there. You heard them. You had these motherfuckers running down the street. They did say some of the people was cheering. But they sent y'all out there to fight the motherfucking people that is protecting their land. They're protecting their land, y'all. And you can try your hardest to hire a whole fucking army of brown folks to fight brown folks, because that's what they do. But at the end of the day, we know why you're there. You can't keep calling these people terrorists when they fight back. Sorry. It ain't working.
Congo's army has been fighting alongside UN-sanctioned armed groups. All sides have been accused of widespread atrocities, including sexual violence and killing civilians.
Congo army has been fighting along UN groups, and they both have been committing atrocities like rape. Mind you, they're working together. This is the UN siding with the government of Congo to take over some land, and the government is like, oh yeah, let me get some of that money, you know what I'm saying? You can go into these villages and get as much minerals as you want. And the civilians of these villages is like, fuck you. They rose up. And you mean to tell me that the army of the UN and the government of Congo have committed atrocities like rape? And you wonder why these M23 soldiers ain't having it no more? Come on. Come on.
The UN, US, UK and France have all called on Rwanda and M23 to stop.
La France condamne fermement.
France strongly condemns
the offensive led by the M23 supported by the Rwandan armed forces, which resulted in the death of peacekeepers and caused the displacement of tens of thousands of civilians. The fighting must stop and dialogue must resume.
Thousands of people have fled Goma to neighbouring Rwanda. About 2 million have already been forced from their homes in 3 years of fighting. It's the latest chapter in a decades-long conflict. Rwanda and Uganda invaded Congo nearly 30 years ago and have been accused of meddling and looting minerals ever since.
Y'all know the story. Hotel Rwanda. Come on now. Y'all know how that shit went. They want to pretend like it was a bunch of people that was being barbaric. They're butchering Christians. That's how they wanted to tell us. All these innocent people out here getting killed. We have to go in there and take over and restore order. Nick. We know the story. Yes. Sorry. The story, the actual story is you got a bunch of colonizers that decided to go to Africa to extract oils, minerals, precious metals, and all type of other shit for smartphones. And what ended up happening was they needed a place to stay. And they built this beautiful hotel. And it housed a lot of white folks. And what ended up happening was the brothers of Rwanda, there was two groups. It was two groups that were at this conflict. Mind you, the white folk didn't want no problems with none of it. They never want to put themselves in it. So they went and got these, what they call the Tutsis, to come in to fight the Hutus. And if you do some research and you see how they pick the Tutsis, like they said it, they say, oh, these are more favorable looking people. They're more East African. They got like lighter skin. So yeah, why don't y'all come over here and make these dark Africans work for you, bruh? And this is fucking Belgium doing this whole shit. They got the motherfucking strings controlling this shit from Belgium. And now when the Hutus had rose up and said, nigga, wait, hold the fuck up. They did it the smart way. You remember the movie? They try to water it down. But you got to feed through the bullshit. Some people say they changed it. Some Mandela effect. But it's all right. But if you think about what actually happened, you had the Hutus that they were calling terrorists. You had the Hutu leader who was in charge of cargo, letting in all kind of shit at the port, from drinks, weapons, all sorts of shit. And it was all to feed the tourists, the European tourists at this beautiful hotel. And then these tourists are only here to take my land. This is how those soldiers were thinking. Oh yeah, we got you. You come here to lay up in those nice ass sheets. These rooms were nice. Better than any hut that these motherfuckers was living in. They had the audacity. And to come and dig and hire a whole bunch of other brothers and give them weapons. They gave them weapons to take over in local villages so that they can extract it for minerals. So yes, the locals rose up. They started importing weapons and shit from China. Little blades and shit. Nice little machetes. And they start hacking away. Fighting back. And what ended up happening, if y'all remember the movie Rwanda, they were advancing on the enemy so much because once, you hack a soldier with a gun, now you got a gun. Right? It got so bad that this is the movie. This is what they show us in the movie. This is how bad it got. The Belgian government, UN, the UN, they came in and had all those black folks happy. Yay! And they started taking people out to safety. But they left the black folks. Yes. Man, bruh. The black folks that's been helping them this whole fucking time take over and murder their people, pillage their people, they decided to leave them. Yes. So what ended up happening? Of course, you had a whole bunch of motherfucking hotel staff like, we've been folding these motherfucking sheets. We've been listening to this whole Christian narrative. Oh, we need to be like the Westerners. Look, we got TVs and shit and that and the third. And when the shit hit the fan, they left y'all. So naturally, the motherfuckers joined the fucking community. Like, all right, yeah, they was just here to just soak up resources and rob us, use us. But in the story, remember the story? The head dude of the hotel, the brother, played by Don Cheadle, he was the main motherfucking coon. I said it. Traitor. He was a traitor. And he allowed authorities in Belgium to do what they did to his people. So yes, the Congolese that stood up. Oh yes, the motherfucking Hutus stood up. The motherfucking Venezuelans are standing up. You got Hamas standing up. Palestinians are standing. Everybody is standing up. Why? Because decolonization. Yes. Yes. We got brothers in Lincoln Heights. Oh, it's just so much shit going on. It's just so much shit going on that y'all don't even realize is going on.
Well, the US says that it is open to exploring a potential partnership with DR Congo to gain access to the country's critical minerals. Kinshasa pitched the deal to Washington in the hope of winning diplomatic support as Rwanda-backed M23 rebels continue to consolidate their hold over key parts of the east of DR Congo.
Huh. What? You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that M23 is holding shit down? Literally? Oh shit. So now the government needs help. They calling on America. Hey, I got minerals for you. Bring your weapons.
Emmett Livingston's in Kinshasa. He tells us more.
The Congolese government is offering a deal on critical minerals such as cobalt and lithium to the Trump administration, hoping for diplomatic support against M23 rebels and Rwanda. Since January, M23 and Rwandan forces have captured eastern Congo's two largest cities. But
hold up! Bring it back!
Since January, M23 and Rwandan forces have captured eastern Congo's two largest cities.
Since January, M23 and Rwanda forces have captured key territory. Let me hear that again.
And Rwanda. Since January, M23 and Rwandan forces.
M23 and Rwandan forces. Done came together. Hey! They done came together. Decolonization.
Have captured eastern Congo's two largest cities, but the diplomatic response has been largely symbolic. Congo's army in the east can no longer fight back. It's mostly been destroyed or run away. Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi is now trying to leverage his country's enormous mineral wealth in order to win American support. Tshisekedi confirmed that he was seeking a minerals deal last month, and his spokeswoman recently told us that discussions were advancing, but without commenting on the details. Congo has the world's largest reserves of cobalt, a metal used to manufacture batteries. It also has massive reserves of copper and lithium. The Congolese president...
Batteries? Wait a minute. We need to steal their minerals for our batteries? That's why y'all getting your ass whooped. Yes! Nigga, nobody's going for that shit no more. What are you talking about? Yeah, you gonna come over here and take over our land for minerals for your batteries? Come on, man. These are people, women, children, men being killed so you can dig holes in their fucking soil for minerals to power batteries. Come on. And now the Rwandan forces was actually trying to fight with, but you seen them niggas got left, and now they joined M23. They joined them, and they're fighting together. Nobody's going for this shit no more, you guys. This is decolonization in full fucking effect. Full effect. Come on. You can't tell me that these niggas trying to sign a mineral deal with the United States to help with the M23 and Rwanda gang isn't losing. Of course you're losing. Of course you're losing. These are God's people. You're not going to kick out God's people. They fighting back. They say, oh, we don't care how much money America got. We don't even fucking care how much minerals we got. We don't give a fuck if you sign an agreement with America. We are going to continue to fight back. So yes, fuck you and your mineral deal. Next thing you know, oh shit, they try to do peace talks.
Rwandan-backed rebels have pulled out of peace talks with Democratic Republic of Congo's government that had been due to take place on Tuesday. The Congo River Alliance, of which the M23 group is a member, said that was because of European Union sanctions imposed on Monday. Those sanctions targeted M23, which has seized eastern Congo's two biggest cities since the start of the year, as well as Rwandan officials. The rebels said the EU sanctions were aimed at obstructing the much-anticipated talks. M23 has long demanded direct negotiations with Congo's government. However, Congo President Félix Tshisekedi has until recently refused, arguing that M23 is merely a front for Rwanda.
En soutien de leur marionnette du M23,
but after a series of battlefield setbacks and prodding from Tshisekedi's ally Angola, he agreed to send a delegation to the latter's capital Luanda for talks. The Eastern Congo conflict, rooted in the fallout from Rwanda's 1994 genocide and competition for mineral riches, has quickly spiraled since January. Thousands of people have been killed and hundreds of thousands forced from their homes as M23 seized Goma and Bukavu. The United Nations and international powers accuse Rwanda of providing arms and soldiers to fight alongside M23. Rwanda says its forces are acting in self-defense.
Yep.
On Monday, Rwanda...
Now they trying to blame you. Look, these motherfuckers crazy. It's crazy. Think about it. Think about it. These motherfuckers are advancing so much that sanctions were put on them. These motherfuckers was advancing. M23 and Rwandan soldiers were advancing so much on the government of Congo that there was peace talks. Peace talks. Bro, next thing you know, M23 said, fuck you, nigga. Fuck the peace talk. Because the government or the EU's put sanctions on them. What? I thought we was talking about peace. Nope. Nope. Now look at them. Now look what they did to the Rwandan motherfuckers. So they like, oh, they're accusing them of giving M23 weapons and people to fight. Nigga, they will kick you down as soon as they don't need you no more.